We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Taris into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win the war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment.
Gracias. could look into this to calm the Cellcat's fears, but I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find. So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight. I'm sick of hearing about Manaan's neutrality. It sounds like a coward's excuse not to fight, if you ask me.
One day soon, the Cellcat will pay for the indignities they have inflicted on the Sith.
I suppose your Sunray's only hope. We have to at least try to help him. Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious. Jolie, what are you doing here? Alora sent me, Sunray. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolie?
You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire? You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, as I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case. The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. So I thought. But the cellcats seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed. Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Elasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Elasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Elasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Could I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial. I guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcat already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial. Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
Mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now. I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith. In case you hadn't noticed, there's a war on. If we don't hire these mercs, the Sith will. Now, excuse me. I have to continue my recruitments.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Are you hiring for the Republic or the Sith? Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, not with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
How much for all this stuff, Tyvark?
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri ra. Tangi wama jikona. Tonki pa nonku nek abog.
Thanks, Tyvark. Catch you next week. Tyvark hates the Sith, so he's always giving us Republic soldiers discounts. I bet he gives you Jedi a great deal.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want, too. The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. Couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good 'cause he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court. No way I'm lying to the court just because you want to get your Republic buddy off or whatever. I have no interest in going to prison. Yeah, I'll tell the court Sunry left before the shot went off.
I guess this is what they call working the system. Not that I'm objecting. I just hope the Selkath don't find out about it.
Now, was there anything else you wanted? Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on. There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Feareth Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know? Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
You with the cell, Kath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me? Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Alas's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics, usually. I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room, in private, is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself. Well, Alassa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything, and there's no way you can make me say otherwise. Now quit asking. 100 credits isn't enough for the kind of trouble I'd be having if I told you. Sorry, you're going to have to look somewhere else. You know, I think I could trust you. Heck, I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time, I saw Alassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Alassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest. Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Chiki kun selkat, Jona mulira ton glupor kimba no kun nek lorja. Glupor ton hit wanaji selkat agi inko tune glupor mulira, chuna mulira, tonk glupor kitpa non kun nek sit abog. Glupor yon tung chiwi ita, bola un jikne mulira glupor, kon muli slimo pui wanga kun biskin. Glupor kimba nik chalora kun. Glupor chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Glupor nibo jimata wipun nage, tong abag sunsham u glupor ninong. Glupor tong hit wamaji selkat ad inko tune, tong kimba no kun nikset abog. Glupor pichage borang turang, glupor wangki yuma batmalyaw no wish, glupor no una pangpa, mulira kongking. Kun mulira slimo poi wanga kun makachisa glupor, tong abog sintshan glupor ninong kili, glupor chiwa aita kang kicha na selkat. Glupor nibo, mulira glupo, ni Sith, glupor siya. Glupor pampa ki mulira kun king. Glupor chachopa si chawa wish kun. Glupor bagra shak konti cha yuman. Tangi tselkat wama jikona. Glupor ag inkotune. Glupor no molira chuna mulira tongpa no kun no nek. Glupor chachopa. Glupor bagwa shank konti machid Glupor nada chawa yishun kun.
Sure. Yes?
Your wish?
Yes?
You, Jedi. I hear you are investigating the Sunray murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunray and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes? Dear, dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies. No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Kakinja nawabakaon. Ichage borang kurang. Another chawa mission too. Nova mura ilai kuka. Kang ibora tong chitsa. Esko yokaba kaba noki to Hulas. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ali ito tune chuna muri ra. Tangi wama jikona. Tong kipa nongku nek abog. Tong hitwama aki ito tune. O tong hitwama ki aki ito tune. Tong pa nokun no nek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba nokun nik yota. Kakinja nawabakaon. Ichage borang kurang. Another chawa mission too. Nova mura ilai kuka. Kang ibora tong chitsa. Esko yokaba kaba noki to Hulas. Tong hitwama aki ito tune. O tong hitwama ki aki ito tune. Tong pa nokun no nek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba nokun nik yota. Iska dosoki, kopa bonang nakachi. Labora na wiki snack toma. Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki, Topana Oto Bokasa, Yubabato Kanchi, Yatuka Ulan. Tong Wama Aki Inko Tune, Potong Wama Aki Inko, Tong Padokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Ki Mulira Kunkin, Kimba no Kunik Yota. Iska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na wiki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chikanai, uchua penki, topa na oto bokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan, tong hitwama aki inko tune, potong hiwama ji aki inko tun, tong pano kun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, ki mulira kunkin. Kimba no konik yota. Kiwa aita kan kicha na tupornibo. Kun muliras nimo poiwanga. Tong wamaji human acting inkatune. Chiwi aita ka tong kicha. Agi inko une kuna mulira. Tong wamaji kuna. Tong kipa no kunek abog. Tong kitwama aki inko tune. Potong wama ji aki ingkotun, tong pano kun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, ki mulira kunkin, kimba no kunik yota, chiwa aita kan kicha na tupornibo, kun mulira snimo poiwanga, tong wama ji human acting inkatune. Tong wama aki inko tune, potong wama ji aki inko tun, tong pano kun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, ki mulira kunkin, kimba no kunik yota, iska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na wiki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chikanai, uchua penki, topa na oto bokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan. Tong wama aki inko tune, potong wama ji aki inko tun, tong pano kun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, ki mulira kunkin, kimba no kunik yota, iska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na wiki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chikanai, uchua penki, topa na oto bokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan. Tong wama aki inko tune, potong wama ji aki inko tun, tong pano kun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, ki mulira kunkin, kimba no kunik yota. Iska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na wiki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chikanai, uchua penki, topa na oto bokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan. Iska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na wiki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chikanai, uchua penki, topa na oto bokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan. Tong wama aki inko tune, potong wama ji aki inko tun, tong pano kun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, ki mulira kunkin, kimba no kunik yota, iska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na wiki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chikanai, uchua penki, topa na oto bokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan. Tong wama aki inko tune, Potong kiwa maji aki ingkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulila kunting. Kimba nokun nik yota. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi ingkotune kuna mulila. Tong wamaji kuna. Tong kipa nokun nek abog. Kiwa aita kan kicha na tutoribo. Kung muliras nimo poi wanga tang duamaji human akung inkatune iska dosoki kopa bono nakachu labora na winki smack toma kuyami yusku chika ngai uchiwa penki topa na oto bokasa yubabato kanchi gatuka ulan. Tong wama aki inkotune. Potong wama ji aki inkotu. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kunting. Kimba nokun nik yota. Iska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami yusku chika ngai. Uchiwa penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi, gatuka ulan, chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inkotune kuna mulira, tangi wama jikona. Tong kipa nonku nek abon. Tong wama aki inkotune. Potong wama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kunting. Kimba nokun nik yota. Iska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami yusku chika ngai. Uchiwa penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Gatuka ulan. Tong wama aki inkotune. Potong wama ji aki inkotu. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kunting. Kimba nokun nik yota. Iska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami yusku chika ngai. Uchiwa penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Gatuka ulan. Tong wama aki inkotune. Potong wama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kunting. Kimba nokun nik yota. Iska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami yusku chika ngai. Uchiwa penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Gatuka ulan. Tong wama aki inkotune. Potong wama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kunting. Kimba nokun nik yota. Iska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami yusku chika ngai. Uchiwa penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Gatuka ulan. Tong wama aki inkotune. Potong wama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kunting. Kimba nokun nik yota. Iska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami yusku chika ngai. Uchiwa penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Gatuka ulan. Tong wama aki inkotune. Potong wama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kunting. Kimba nokun nik yota.
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street. Hiding behind the Selkath laws. Typical Republic cowardice.
You got any armor plating for my swoop bike? I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strange breed. Don't worry, junk man. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic. I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Sorry, but you're too late to recruit me. I've just hired on with the Sith. Of course, if the Republic has a better offer. I don't have time to sit here and answer your questions. I have to get ready. The Sith want me to report to their embassy first thing tomorrow.